MAC championship game, Toledo and Ohio. This game always is played at Ford Field in Detroit. How about this move? And I knew it had to move. I knew it had to move because I actually bet it this morning, and I didn't even get the best number anymore. I got 3, and it's already down to 1.5. Like, it opened 4.5 Toledo. I got 3. I didn't even get the best number, and now it's 1.5. Toledo as favorites here, 55 the total. I couldn't believe Toledo was laying 4.5 in this game. I really couldn't. I was shocked. Couldn't believe it. I mean, to me, Ohio is the class right now. I think because Toledo is, they think of the West Division always as the better division, top to bottom, not so much the MAC East Division. But when I look at these two teams, how do you not look at Ohio as the superior group right now? And look, we have obviously question marks about Curtis Rourke's status. And I believe part of the reason, too, that Ohio's taken money is the Ohio Bobcats are optimistic they will have Curtis Rourke potentially for this game. We'll see about that. No, he's done for the season. He's done. My bad. So it's not quarterback related. Rourke is not going to come back. I think this is also a reaction to the way C.J. Harris played, honestly, for Ohio last week in that game for them. I mean, they were without Rourke, and I was on the losing end of it, unfortunately, with Bowling Green. He came in there. They needed that win to secure their spot in the MAC championship game, and he played great. He was running with the ball. He was throwing it very on point. He looked like he was comfortable and ready to go in the absence of Rourke. And, you know, obviously you're going to miss everything that Curtis Rourke does for you at quarterback, but C.J. Harris acquitted himself very well last week against Bowling Green. So that's why I still have confidence that Ohio can win this game. And Toledo, you know, they have had major issues on defense. Their defense has gotten worse and worse with each passing week. It's also why they've been brutal favorites against the spread. You know, DeQuan Finn, he's in the game 1 week. He's out the next week. He came back from an ankle injury against Western Michigan last week, and he couldn't have been more worse than he was. I mean, 5 for 11, 35 yards, 2 interceptions against Western Michigan. It looked like a guy that wasn't ready to come back from that ankle injury. Honestly, he was that bad against Western Michigan. So they have a decision to make here. Jason Candle, the head coach. Do you go with Finn, who struggled down the stretch, who's been banged up with the ankle injury down the stretch, or do you turn to Gleason at the quarterback spot for this MAC championship game? So they've got questions at that position. Now, you are getting the worst number now than what it once was. This opened Toledo -4.5. It's down to -1.5. But even now, I still think Ohio's going to win the football game. So I would still take the Bobcats here at this number. Like I say, we've been fading Toledo every week virtually the last several weeks. Now, they're not the level of favorite they've been in these recent games. Now they're down to less than a field goal. So maybe you could argue the other way that, hey, now there's finally some value on Toledo here, laying less than a field goal, but not for me. I still think Ohio's the better of these two teams. What do you think here, Conor? MAC championship game.
Yeah, this was surprising. There's some football teams, they're just not the same as they were to start the year. You know what I mean? That, you know, after they got like blown out to Ohio State, but they won a bunch of games after that. They played San Diego State tough, but these last few games have not been good. Finn, Gleason, both haven't been good. Both have been throwing picks like crazy. I mean, I got to think they think they're going to have a good game here. Ohio, all they've done if you took them is made you money. You know, 8-0 since whatever, October 1st. They've been great. I'd have to take them here. I got it too. Over. I took a money line. I took it over 3.5. I still think they win this football game here. You mentioned, I think Harris has been fine. It's so short though, you know, one game, but he looked a lot better than what Toledo just played Bowling Green, and they beat Toledo. Bowling Green did. So to me, it's just Ohio or nothing in this game. And if you don't love them, stay off and watch this one. It might be closer than you think in the end, you know, but it's got to be Ohio here. That's it.